Hello, my name is Kenny Billings with Momentum Engineering, here today to overview the pipeline installation for Dragon Oil, which we had the privilege to do in the Caspian Sea. There are four major components which we consider and I will discuss during this video. Planning. The planning for the installation of a submarine pipeline is essentially the same whether the pipeline is 10 kilometers or 1,000 kilometers in length. The only significant differences would be the amount of material utilized and perhaps the number of times the crew would rotate. This is because the assembly line fashion in which the line is created can be operated almost indefinitely once established. However, in order for the assembly line to function 24 hours a day for days and weeks on end with no downtime and in a remote location, the preparation for the operation must be faultless. This is because a single missing component, document, or spare part has the potential to shut down the job. Therefore, the proper planning is the key to success. Trenching. Like so many offshore pipelines, the vast majority of Dragon Oil trunk line and intrafield line joints lay flat on the seabed under several meters of seawater. Offshore, the pipeline is partially buried due to its own weight and is safely insulated by its anti-corrosion and concrete weight coating. Across most of the line, the sea creates a barrier against destructive forces by enveloping the pipeline in a dense, low salinity and relatively constant temperature blanket of seawater. Only the most violent of impacts would have chances of damaging the line. This particular trench started at approximately 1 kilometer from shore and increased gradually in depth to a maximum depth of 8 meters near the shore. The pipeline will be laid in the trench and eventually backfilled. Load out of pipes. During the height of construction, there were over 500 people in 4 different offices in 3 different countries dedicated to the success of the pipeline installation. The Dragon Oil pipelines and others like them are typically transported to the installation barge in 12-meter sections called joints. This installation involved 3 different diameters of pipe, 30-inch, 20-inch, and 18-inch. Therefore, a highly orchestrated team of transport vessels traveled back and forth from shore to the barge, each carrying the exact joints in the exact order as they would be needed in sequence at the time of the vessel's arrival. Once the joints are on board, they must be welded together in order to eventually form the full length of the pipeline. The joint passes through a series of welding stations in an assembly line fashion where the weld is made in successive layers until the weld is complete. Following the final station, there are 3 more stations where the weld is examined, foam coated, and finally passes through the stinger and into the water behind the barge. Installation. The installation phase of the operation is the accumulation and focus of all of the phases. The installation phase is also the most important as it is also the phase when the most inherent risk is at present. Once the pipeline is installed, any rework can be financially disastrous. As such, every detail and aspect of the operation is checked, reviewed, discussed, and approved so that the margin for error can be reduced as much as possible. For this reason, only the best and most experienced superintendents and crews are allowed to participate.